What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 21 Generals, Episode 1. I am Delthius. Good to see you all. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing wonderful. So, first night of the 21 Generals tournament. I'm super excited. Tomorrow night, since we've got so much content to cover, and I've kind of been really busy this week, I don't want to replace the feast, like typically moving forward during the tournament with tournament stuff, but unfortunately this week I am going to go ahead and do that. So tomorrow night is going to be episode 2 of the 21 Generals events. Tonight is obviously episode 1, and actually it looks like this guy, okay, this guy's here. I see it, I just saw him log on to Steam. Okay, so stand by. I gotta go, bam. Hold that thought. So we're trying to organize a free-for-all, but it fell through. So then I was gonna switch to some replays, but then the guy, this guy actually showed up. So let me, bam. All right. Lobby's back up. Let me tell Mr. Gentleman. So, what we are going to be going over is, let me see, browser capture. Oh gosh, my webcam's still there. Alright, so check this out. This is actually pretty cool. Alright, so this is the Pocket World. So you can see the Royal Knights are already down a little bit against the Legion. And that would be because on week 1, there was a bye week. They didn't properly set a role for the first match. So that automatically goes to Red, and Red gets additional points because of a penalty. So keep that in mind. If you're confused by this, check out my video I did with the gentleman on the 21 Duels format. That'll be really, really helpful. There's also a Word doc. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go over all the details, but this is kind of what's on the docket for the week. And what we're going into right now, we're doing this live. We're doing the free-for-all match against the 3 players. We got the leader, Jacoby, here. We've got a mercenary, Tosh, and we got a mercenary representing the blue team. What's the Royal Knights? And then we've got mercenary, this guy representing Penal Squad, I believe it is. Yes. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. We just need this guy to hop on in. Let me get my ugly mug out of here. Bam. Alright, so we've got this guy versus Jacoby versus Big Pimpintosh. This is technically match number 10 of week number 1. And the big thing with this is, I believe it's double victory points to be gained / loss compared to normal. I think that's correct. Let me make sure. I'm not sure if it's double, but it's a lot. No, I don't think it... No, it isn't double, now that I'm looking at this. Yeah, it's just more than normal because there's 3 people involved. So, this is a pretty high-stakes match. We're just waiting for this guy coming in here. Yeah, Jacoby's going to lose double if he loses because he's a leader. That's true. I guess while we're waiting for Jacoby, I can go ahead and throw back up the match setup and kind of talk about that a little bit. So match number 1, again, we had a bye for Red because the blue team did not set somebody to that role. Match number 2, we're going to have Kerpa versus Dizon. Dizon is a mercenary representing the red team here. And that's just going to be straight up 2 points gain or 2 points lost. Nothing crazy there. And then we've got James versus Araloo in the big 3 match. So keep in mind, since James is a leader, if Araloo wins that game, he gets double points. And it's only 5 points to take a territory. Right? You have to get 5 points above what your opponent does. So right now, since the Legion already has 4 points negative on the Royal Knights have to actually come up and gain 9 more points there. But let's take like the Legion versus Penal Squad, for example. The Legion would just need 5 points, and then they take a territory from the Penal Squad. I saw you in game, this guy. Where are you at? TnT booting up. Alright, alright. He's working on it. He's coming. Is there a password? Yes, there is. Let me message him on Discord. Even though I showed the password on stream earlier. Okay. A little bit of a false start here, guys, but we will be underway momentarily. I'm doing good. I actually just got my wisdom teeth out on Tuesday. So, in a little bit of pain, but not too bad. I hope blabbing so much. Maybe I gotta take it easy on the blabbing tonight. Let my gaping mouth holes heal up. Alright. They actually feel fine, though. When my wife got hers out, man, it was terrible. She was swollen up like a squirrel, sick as a dog for like a week. I got lucky. I was feeling pretty good. There he is. All right. Done breaking for time. Here we go. We're in it. And this is a best of 3 free-for-all match. I'll have to consult with the gentleman if it's like, is it best of 3 straight up, like we're just playing 3 free-for-alls? Or is it like, if you lose a free-for-all here, you're eliminated and then we keep going kind of thing? Oh, yeah. Camera's just outside a game. I'm not going to block the actual game with my camera. Alright, here we go! Okay, spawning in the bottom, we've got Jacoby. Up to the top left, we've got Big Pimpintosh. And their opponents to the right, we've got this guy. Alright, we're in it. We're in it to win it. Alright, let me see if they're actually representing the right colors here. I believe so. Yep, okay, cool. So they're all wearing their team colors. So Jacoby's red, Tosh is blue, this guy is green. Tosh and this guy, I think, are mercenaries. No, yes. But Jacoby, of course, is the leader of his faction. Free-for-all best of 3 rule. First 2 rounds are 3-way free-for-all. Third round is a 1v1. If the same player wins both free-for-all rounds, they win the series 2-0. 2 different players win. They play a final 1v1. Perfect. Okay. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Tosh feeling a little fresh, going for the 6-farm squirrel. Maybe thinking about getting a little bit aggressive. Again, the general rule of thumb in free-for-alls is like, I want to sit back, let the other 2 players murder each other while I just kind of build up a large army. But, you know, that's not a golden rule, right? We've seen players win through aggression. We've seen players win just through smart. I think another way you can really win free-for-alls is just being very, very aware of what's going on the map and trying to take advantage of situations where your opponents are a little bit out of position attacking one another. Like, say, Big Pimpintosh comes down here to attack Jacoby. This guy's aware of it, moves in, backstabs Tosh, right? Stuff like that can be crazy effective. And Jacoby going for the quick gristmill, as is this guy. But Tosh is showing he wants some aggression, but he's also building a whole bunch of mines right around his base. I think maybe these mines are here for that exact reason. Ooh, balloon going down very early for Tosh. And I actually don't mind it. Because, again, in free-for-all, I feel like investing in defense a little bit more than usual probably makes a lot of sense, because if you can deter your opponent, you know, if I'm green, I'm not going to attack into this blue balloon, I'm going to go attack red, you know, if I'm feeling bloodthirsty. But look at this guy, actually. This guy has to walk through here. Like, Tosh is just straight in the middle. There's no way for this guy and Jacoby to attack one another without going through Tosh's territory. That's actually kind of hilarious. I mean, this would be a completely different... That's what's so fun about these random maps sometimes. Like, this would be a completely different game if there was just a ramp right there, you know? So, Tosh is... It looks like everyone's going up on 2 bases. This guy's being the most greedy. Ooh, gonna put the Badger down right there. I love it. Beautiful placement. That is absolutely not going to get scouted. Maybe Jacoby can actually scout this if he gets to the corner of the main, but Hopper is going to get knocked down way before that happens. And Jacoby's actually going for a very, very fast 3-base here. So Jacoby's economy could get out of control very quickly. Tosh, ooh, fakes out this guy. I believe this guy got the scout on that tier 3, yep, and then he sells it. So Tosh is investing in a lot of defense here, but this is that classic defense situation where if you build a bunch of defense and go eco, I can just go eco without building defense, right? But again, it makes sense if you're Tosh. I'm sure Tosh has realized by now he's in the middle, you know? No lag. Come on. Who's lagging? Who's lagging, Bobaggin? If we drop this match... Ah, this guy! I think we should play it out, man. As much as that sucks for this guy, I think we keep going. Like, I'll deter to the gentleman in the chat. Oh! Oh, boy. We're off to a great start with the tournament. A desync occurred. What? Why'd we desync? Is everybody on the proper patch? Am I on the proper patch? Patch 1.6. I'm on the patch? Am I not on the patch? Alright, what happened? March Faster, what's up, man? Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it, sir. We are trying to figure out what the hell just happened. I'm on 1.6. Yeah. Are all the players on 1.6? What happened? We got so this guy got DC'd, and then quickly after the game crashed, and it said we had a desync. Wasn't there an update today? Thunder Squid Thursday, thanks for the host. They have to be here, else they wouldn't be able to join. Yeah. Yeah. We got a bug eel, man. Yeah, I just checked my beta. It says none. I mean, we could try again. Okay. Alright, what's happening? I guess I should bug Massive Stealth. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're off to a little bit of a rocky start here. Looks like we're just going to try again. We desynced for some reason. So we were in the 3-way free-for-all. This guy got disconnected, and then the game ended, and it said we desynced. I blame Massive Stealth too. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Let's try this again. No harm, no foul. A little bit of luck here for Tosh. He's probably not going to get stuck in the middle this time. All right. Okay. He's still kinda in the middle, but not as bad as he was. In the bottom, The Mercenary representing the blue team, we've got Big Pimpintosh. Over to the left, we've got the Mercenary representing the green team, this guy. And to the right, we've got the leader of the red team, Jacoby. Alright guys, everybody blow up Illuminatus and Master Stealth and point fingers at them. We gotta give them the wag of the finger here. Hopefully it was just a freak occurrence, and we'll be good to go. But yeah, we got a lot of content coming your way. I'm doing, of course, the show you're watching right now, 21 Generals Episode 1 today. Tomorrow night, instead of doing the feast, I'm doing 21 Generals Episode number 2. And then this weekend, I want to say on Sunday, Tosh, aka twitch.tv/WoodyPun7, will be doing Episode 3. And we just got a new patch, guys, so that's really leaving me scrambling for replays. So please, please, please send your replays to ToothAndTailTV@gmail.com. Give me some ammo for my regular replay casting show. But alright, we got 8 farm, single warrant openings from all players. 2 of them going into very, very quick gristmills. And this guy instead going for that 8 farm double. Where's the second one at? Wait, am I crazy? Where's this additional warren? Something's not right here. Alright, am I insane? I only see... Oh my gosh. Okay. I am insane. I am freaking out. There it is. Jeez Louise. I had to look at the mini-map. Alright, so pretty mirror openings from blue and red thus far. Kind of a eco start. And this guy's doing a similar thing, except for he got his squirrels out a little bit quicker, and he's going to try to utilize this little bit of a window. Nice pullback on the quartermaster there. Really making sure not to lose that quartermaster. That would have been catastrophic with the commander going down. But Jacoby's got a lot of forces. Going to be able to defend this just fine. And this guy's going to have to go home with his tail between his legs. Alright, skunk coming down from Tosh. I gotta quit talking as much, man. I do have wisdom teeth holes. Don't want to excite those too much. I gotta be a little more chillax this stream. So Jacoby going for straight up 2-base saturation. Meanwhile, this guy getting that quick badger. That tier 3 rush is going to be the plan here. All players are really going for eco for the most part. And badger also coming down from Tosh. Jacoby needs to join that badger club. There he is. Triple badger. Everyone's got pigeons. Everyone's got badgers. Everyone's got skunks. Well, yeah, skunk, squirrel, pigeon, badger. 4 units the same in all these decks here. A little bit of flavor this way and that way for the other picks. I like the ferret pick. That's a fun one. A couple ferrets in the late game can really pressure your opponent if you've got the superior army, but you don't feel like you can quite break them through the defender's advantage. The ferret is great in that position. And none of these players faking out with their tier 3. Everyone is going for it. Now the question is, who's scouted what? So this guy has not... Okay, this guy scouted blues tier 3. Tosh. Ooh, Tosh's coming in for a scout now. And he is going to see it. He's going to see a lot of tier 2 with it as well. And Hopper, let's see if Jacoby can get that scout down south. Nope, isn't going to go for it. So this guy's going to have a little bit of a window where he's got a badger and other people don't. But I don't think it's going to matter too much in this game. I think by the time he can get his act together, get over to one of his opponents and attack with that badger, it's going to be too late. Meanwhile, Tosh down here going for the double badger and owl. That's going to be insane if he can actually pull it off. But honestly, I'm really digging Jacoby's composition here. Like the badger plus all the falcons just seems to work so well. You know, when you get this amount of falcons out, It's absolutely insane. All right, here he goes. Oh, thinking about it. Okay, gonna wait for the moles. I think that makes sense. Want those moles for that front line. Oh man, this guy's thinking about it too. Damn, dude, Jacoby's army though. Ugh. 8 falcons, 12 pigeons. Now this might work out for Tosh. Tosh has all these balloons down here and a third base cooking. So if this guy and Jacoby kind of slam into each other and leave Tosh alone, Tosh is going to be in a phenomenal spot, and that might be what's going to happen here. Tank Warren being taken here by Jacoby. Oh, but he's getting sandwiched a little bit. Gonna pull back for now. Man, this is super weird. I think these balloons are really smart from Tosh. Like, if these balloons just send that "don't attack me" signal, it's gonna put him so far ahead. And, you know, this guy is now cooking up this third base, but poor Jacoby, like, Jacoby's gotta get something done here. He doesn't have a third base. Gonna go for two more Badgers and call it a day, huh? I don't hate it. I wonder if Jacoby could, like, sneak his commander up into this base and then rally the Falcons over. That's always such a sick play. Yeah, I really should talk a little less tonight, guys. I apologize. But the problem fish guy is, like, how is he actually going to do it? You know what I mean? Because these balloons here, like, you got to get Hopper right through where this army's standing with all those balloons. Balloons still hit commanders, I'm pretty sure, right? I think there was some kind of commander-balloon interaction change pretty recently. Dude, we're just, we got a Cold War situation going on here, just arming up. Okay, here we go. This guy, moving out a little bit. Shooting some blasts, getting that ferret action going. This is what I was talking about earlier, like 4 ferrets in the late game. This puts you in a very precarious spot as a defender. Like, you can't just sit here and take shell damage over and over. Like, Tosh is doing a nice job microing against this, but it's taking up all of his attention. You know, Jacoby's going to have to pull the trigger at some point. He's got to do something. His economy is just in shambles. He's starving. He's literally starving. He's got to come claim this base. And this guy. What are you gonna do, man? This is where it's about to get real. Jacoby saying, "This is my third base now, sir." Thank you very much. And here we go, big engagement. Meanwhile, Tosh is gonna come down and start getting into all the infrastructure. No, Tosh is not gonna commit. Who is actually winning this? Is it this guy? Did this guy just rail through the army of Jacoby? Why? So, because of squirrels, maybe? Like, Jacoby just didn't have any squirrels on the ground to really soak up some damage. Man, I thought his army would perform better than that with all those falcons in the air, but, you know, this guy had like 21 squirrels. Yeah, F for Jacoby. And this is what I was saying earlier, man. Tosh is just hanging out. He's got all these balloons. This guy's now starving, and he's just going to tap out. And Tosh is going to take match number 1 here. I don't have a scoreboard, but I'll keep a notepad so I don't forget myself. My scoreboard's not really initialized for free-for-all. I do normally have like a proper scoreboard and stuff. Alright, we're hopping into match number 2. This is a pretty high stakes round here. Whoever wins this is gonna get a ton of points. Ton of them victory points, them VPs. In the bottom left, we've got the mercenary representing the penal squad, this guy. Over to the right, we've got the mercenary up a game representing the Royal Knights, Big Pimpintosh. And up top, we have got the leader of, oh gosh, what's that faction name? I have it somewhere. The leader of the Legion, it is Jacoby. See, I took a gamble there, man. I shouldn't have started naming factions if I didn't know them all off the top of my head. Tosh with the fox this time around. Jacoby with the wolf badger. Trying to woof it up. Two wolves and a badger, huh? Two wolves and a bunch of badgers. That would be dope. Let's see, this guy with the same composition, I believe. Okay, gentlemen, you're in the chat, right? What happens if everybody wins one game out of the best of 3? Then do we go to like a sudden death free-for-all? Oh, no, wait, that can't happen, right? Because let's say this guy wins here, then we just do a 1v1 with this guy and Tosh. Okay, okay. Yeah. Tosh with some lizards moving out. So this is high stakes here. Whoever doesn't win is out of this free-for-all, not going to earn any points for their team. And if Tosh wins again, then he just straight up wins this best of 3. And if somebody else wins, they 1v1 Tosh. So either way, Tosh is just going to win, or he's already guaranteed into the 3rd round. And we've got a lot of aggression this game. Jacoby trying to get fresh over here as well. And this is going to be more effective than Tosh's little lizard run around, I think. Oh, he almost gets the Warrens, but the moles are here just in time. Nice defense there from this guy. And is he going to counter push? Ooh, Jacoby's desperate. Building way too many Warrens, but I think the idea here is, you know, just buy some time. Sell these off as needed. But this guy coming in with a vengeance. Getting a lot of damage done and not overextending. Gonna go ahead and go home. And Tosh just comes over here and checks it out, and he can't be happier with that. Meanwhile, I think this guy's definitely got the best spawn on the map. You know, sitting down here in the bottom left with 4 gristmills. It's a pretty damn good spot to be. Jacoby's not bad either, but kind of sharing a little bit of this territory with Tosh. Tosh is kind of in a rough spot, so that kind of makes sense to me. He's doing so much aggression here with these lizards. Gonna try to catch this guy undefended, but unfortunately this guy's not that far away. However, Tosh pulls out. He doesn't trigger that warning that this guy's base is under attack, and now he moves in. Now he's gonna get some real damage done. 2 Warrens going down immediately, but the problem here is gonna be this counter attack. This squirrel mole army from this guy is absolutely huge. And Tosh is being super greedy. He's got a couple tier 2 out. He's got the Falcons on the way too. If he can hold on a little bit longer, this could all start coming together, but he's going to lose a skunk. Super rough. Ooh, Jacoby with the wolf. 1 base tier 3. I love 1 base tier 3s. I mean, technically he does have a 2nd base, but it's pretty much a 1 base tier 3. Let me have it. Alright, this guy pushing it again. He's just kind of got this very bruiser-heavy squirrel mole, like good early to mid-game army, and he really wants to use it here. The wolf is finally out, but is it too late? Not a whole lot of real estate going down there for Jacoby. He only had 1 farm on that mill, so could have been a lot worse. But that's just so many squirrels and moles. Ooh. This guy trying to find that opportunity to move in. Here's that wolf. Let's see if that buff really makes a difference here. Really want to get that buff on that Falcon, ideally. Oh, it's going down. Oh no, gotta be careful with the wolf here. You don't mind having that tier 3 unit out front tank a little bit of damage, but really don't want to lose it. Overall, that wasn't too bad for Jacoby. He did lose that Falcon, but he defended nicely. And we're past the 5-minute mark here. So this is just looking really good for this guy. He's the only one who's really got an economy that's going to sustain him into this mid to late game. Alright, Skunk's pushing in. I love this wolf. I'm kind of secretly rooting for Jacoby here. I guess not really secretly since I just said that, but it's cool to see. And meanwhile, Tosh has got a wolf too. This guy's just not in the wolf club. Oh my god. If Tosh gets wolf fox, man, it's gonna steal my heart here. Alright, Tosh moving in. Big engagement. This is actually going very nicely for him. That Falcon buffed up, did so much work. Jacoby sent to the kitchens. And this is it, man. I don't know. Todd, that's a lot of squirrels, but this is a pretty good army against that kind of thing. This guy's just got such a big economy. But he's got such a basic army. I feel like if Tosh can just get a few more squirrels up. I'm not sure if I agree with these lizards here. I think he just needs to just straight up more squirrels, and he's fine. I mean, I think I like Tosh's army better, right? This is kind of hard to say, because it's like, this guy's got the numbers, just in the pure... Yeah, I think Tosh's army's better. He's got the higher army value, which doesn't always really mean anything. But the composition, I mean, it's just such a wide variety of tech here. If you can keep that wolf alive and those falcons alive, this guy's gonna go for it. Are we gonna have Tosh win a 2-0? We're about to find out. And the army of this guy getting slaughtered. Those buffed up falcons chasing everything down. Oh man. That wolf moonwalking onto the front lines. And it looks like Tosh, unless this guy can do something, he's got a ferret now. He did clean up most of the army. And he does have the better economy. So it ain't over until the fat lady sings, I guess. But the wolf is still here. The tier 2 is back on the way. Like, as long as that tier 3 stays alive for Tosh. This is a pretty strong follow-up attack, though. This income advantage from this guy has been monumental. Wolf down to 5 HP, and the wolf doesn't really have anything to buff anymore. Is this the big comeback? Oh, dude, this game is so close. Really can't afford to lose anything here, is Tosh. You give that wolf a bath, man. Put it in some water, let it heal up faster. Alright, this guy moving in again. And I think he's just got enough to run over here. I mean, Tosh really needed to sell the skunks. The problem is he just ran out of juice. There's the wolf horn, and I think he's going to tap after that. I'm sorry, there's the wolf, but... The problem here is that he just ran out of juice. Like, this second base from this guy really won him the game. Like, you can see that first big engagement, right? In between 7 to 8 minutes. You know, that's where we were pretty hyped, like, oh, Tosh has got it. But he just doesn't have the income to back it up. And since this guy was on tier 1, basically, he's able to recreate that army over and over and over and just zap Brannigan, just throw more and more forces at the problem until he eventually solves it. And there we go. So now we've got a 1v1. Without Jacoby. Good fight, Jacoby. I'll see you at 7. Give that wolf a pigeon. It really needed one. Alright, so now we're into the 1v1, and this is it. This is for all the marbles. Whoever wins this gets a bunch of big fat victory points for their team. Tosh could win 6 points, and this guy could win 7. And the gentleman would calculate that real quick, and we could see on Pocket World what that actually represents. Alright, in the bottom we've got this guy. And his opponent up top, we've got Big Pimpin' Tosh. And you know, tip of the hat to Tosh this series. I think he's been using different decks every single game. It's something that's very, very respectable. This is a new patch too, and granted the patch is old enough now where, and these players are active enough where they've played quite a bit on it already, I'm sure. But this guy just sticking with the tried and true this guy deck. And I wonder if Tosh's deck is kind of designed to fight this, you know. The snakes and chameleons, you know, the chameleons are pretty good early. The snakes are great against your expensive units. You know, they kind of snipe the other tier 2s and the tier 3s. I'm not too sure about the lizards, though. Like, I feel like Tosh... Ooh, Tosh is getting a little spicy here. This is a short rush distance map, but... You know, it's hard to do this against a guy like this guy. I feel like he'd know exactly what to do. Yeah, just sell one farm there. Oh, and then the double trick. Yeah. So, in the end, Tosh is going to get a little bit ahead in economy from this, because he had placed all 8 of his farms before his opponent. But he is playing with fire slightly, because this guy can just come over and shoulder check him with additional squirrels. However, Tosh is not doing anything more risky at this point. You know, so by the time this guy gets over there, Tosh will have the same amount of units regardless. So, a little bit of this and that, but for the most part, negligible here in the beginning of the game. Ooh, this guy. Couple of hidden moles. He wants to do a 1 base attack, probably, but Tosh is kind of doing the same thing. Squirrel lizard versus squirrel mole, though. I'd put my money on squirrel mole any day of the week. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. Kolaru, Mishi. Especially good to see you, Mishi. I hope you've been doing well, man. Of course, we got Red Dino, Awkward Fish Guy, Powalon. You're all beautiful people. Lieutenant Weasel, of course. Slash wave back, my man. Alright, chameleons. On the way for Tosh. Lizard attack running in. Ooh, Eel says Squizzard is stronger in most cases now. Really? How did Squirrel Mole or Lizard change this patch? Nice try there from Tosh, trying to angle around and get on some of them juicy squirrels with the lizards, try to avoid the moles. Best I understand that the moles do really good against the lizards. And this guy here, pushing in, getting a lot of damage done. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to just straight up win here, but he did so much damage. What, I think he killed 2 Warrens and a pig, on top of trading effectively. Squizzard stronger than Mole right now, says Mishi. Ooh, that makes me happy. Mole's dropped 2 health. Ah, okay. So it's a little bit easier for those lizards to kill him. Good, I'm glad. I think Squizzard's a really fun comp to run. I would definitely like to see Squizzard back in the meta a little more. But this guy is pushing through with the Squirrel Mole here. Which is a little bit surprising, because, like, Tosh had the chameleons in here and everything. But just won that initial fight very well. Yeah, that's true. Eel points out in the chat, getting the tier 2 from Tosh was probably just too greedy. Since this guy just kept hammering in with all this tier 1. You can kind of get caught in situations like that. You know, trying to tech up. I used to call it like squirrel chicken back in the day. You know, because you kind of get a window when your opponent tries to tech up. If you just keep building tier 1, you can just run over them. Here we go again. A nice comp here to try to defend this off from Tosh, but it gets cleaned up. This guy's just got the numbers. He's going to focus that mill down. And this guy is going to win match number 10. I know it's weird, but stay with me. All right. So we're going to come back to some more live games at 7 p.m., so 20 minutes. So that should be just enough time to get to a... no, we'll do the other free-for-alls right now, says gentleman. You the boss, sir. Let's get into it. If you're watching, please don't join my lobby, even though you saw that password, just for lag issues. No, sorry, James is not here. All right. Let's do a best of 3. We'll do a best of 3. We'll buy these players a little bit of time. And is the Pocket World updated? It's probably... I'm going to give him a minute to do that. All right. So we're going to hop into match number 3. That was match number 10 we just did live. Ooh, I got to turn off my replay thing. I guess I don't have to do that right this second. But now my replays aren't looking as nice and neat. You guys? Hashtag production value. Hashtag hash brown. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. Bam! Doesn't it look so much nicer? Pocket World updated. Okay. So let's take a look here. Whoop. So you can see the green team getting some serious points. Didn't quite take over a territory yet, but they're damn close. And again, if you're just joining us or maybe a casual observer of this event, the goal is to win points for your team through doing matches. And when you get 5 points up on your opponent, when you fill this bar all the way, then you claim a territory. That's kind of the gist of what we've got going on. And while I get this screen up, I guess I could show this as well. So we just knocked out match number 10 here, and we're going to hop into match number 3 next. It's going to be James, the leader of the Royal Knights, versus Arrowloo, just a mercenary representing the Legion, right? Isn't it the Legion? Yes. Okay. Starting to get these names down. Now, since the leader is in this match, Arrowloo can basically win double points, which is nice for him. So we're going to hop into that. I guess I should do like a scoreboard, huh? Should probably do a scoreboard. Let me update that real quick. A little quick update. Oh, I'm getting blown up on Discord. No, wait. We are going to do it now. Okay. Alright, we're all over the place, guys, but we're getting there. Bear with me. Alright. Wait, wrong button. Match options. Alright, so we are going into another free-for-all here. This is actually only going to happen once throughout the event. This is the leader free-for-all, and whoever wins this is going to gain an extra territory straight up, which is huge. So this is a very important match. This is going to be against all 3 leaders. We're going to have... They made the lobby. Son of bitch. Alright. Hey! Okay, but can I like zoom in on this? There we go. There we go. That's a little better, right? So yeah, this is gonna be the same type of thing we just saw, like a best of 3 free for all. The first 2 winners 1v1 unless somebody wins 2-0, and whoever wins this just straight up gets a neutral tile. So very, very important match here. And we are just waiting on Mr. Mishi. 10-10 professional event. I know, man. I know. It's been a little bit of a bumpy start, but we're getting there. I hope it's enjoyable content for all you nerds out there. I'm having a good time. I might not go too much longer after this free for all. I can feel my tooth holes hurting a little. We need Mishi. Where is the Mishi? There's the Mishi. Sorry, Mishi, you can't be Hopper. I know. I'd be heartbroken too. Alright. We are getting into it, ladies and gentlemen. These players picking their decks. Again, this is a very important match here. Very important match. Straight up territory going to the winner here. Oh my god, Mishi. Mishi, yes. Mishi, yes. Do it. Do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, in the bottom, representing the Royal Knights, we've got the previous season winner himself, King James. And at the top left, representing the Legion, we've got Jacoby. And to the right, representing the Penal Squad, Dr. Mishi. Okay, okay, listen. I know I'm not supposed to... Oh my god, but... Okay. I was gonna say I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I'm kind of rooting for Mishi because his deck is ridiculous. But all these decks are kind of silly here. Double tier 3 from Jacoby and James. And I'd love to see what Mishi's cooking up with this artillery turret style, man. Because I'm a big fan of this like ferret turret style. So is Mishi. We kind of have similar play styles in that regard. Just Mishi is better than I am, so he pulls it off better. So I really want to see what comes out of him this game. Again, we just got the blue player stuck in the middle, man. It's the blue curse. The curse of capitalism. This is the meta. Get with the program, Delthius Dino. Dude, if Wolf Artie turret is the meta, then I'm a happy man. These decks are so varied. Like, how do you even say this is the meta? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. We've got so much diversity here. That's not true, Premium Bo. I did play like 3 free-for-alls with you one time. But yeah, you're right. I never played free-for-all. Okay, so Jacoby opening up Eco. Same with Mishi, but getting a lot of turrets up. And yeah, this does make a lot of sense for a free-for-all. Right, and this is a wonderful map for what Mishi's trying to do. He can easily throw down an artillery cannon, basically on this double high ground here with all these turrets, and essentially lock James out of the game while securing all these bases for himself. James knows what's happening and is trying to break out. Nice job keeping the chameleons alive there. And Jacoby's just chilling. Straight up to 2 farm sat. Getting some falcons out. Super, super greedy opening here from the red player. James gonna try again, but being very careful. That time he did lose a chameleon. Unfortunately, they really didn't do much for him. Ooh, this is rough for James. The Mishi machine guns. The Mishi guns. So many guns. But Mishi has not been able to throw that arty down. I feel like that artillery cannon would really just end the game for James. And this is phenomenal for Jacoby. I mean, look at this. 18 farms already. Mishi's not too far behind him. A little bit of Falcon shenanigans over here from James. Gonna try to go for that tier 3 Warren, but kind of realizes these pigs are in the way, so he's gonna get as many of those pigs as he can. And his commander's gonna go down. He's gonna lose both these Falcons, but he did get 3 pigs. That's still a pretty rough trade. And now Mishi getting up this defense. Hey, what's up, Tay? Good to see you. Now the question is, if the meta is all this defense and free-for-alls, then why not get ferrets? Alright, here comes the owl. Man, James, you know, he's got to try, but unfortunately it's just not going to work. This artillery cannon is here. And I think James is very, very close from having to hit that concede button. And this is really going to come down to Jacoby versus Mishi, I feel. Unfortunately. I mean, I believe if it's got vision, that artillery cannon is in range of the gristmill here. So this is just going to go down very effortlessly. Does Mishi know about... I don't think Mishi's, like, scouted Jacoby much at all, yeah. So Mishi's been kind of concerned mostly with eliminating James, and it's hard. This is definitely a rough map for James. Too bad he didn't get like a little pocket base back here or something. You know, maybe you could try to sneak a cabin, but these owls are nice, but there's enough turrets here where these mice are just gonna get mowed down immediately. Artillery cannon number 2 on the way. And you know, I was talking about Mishi not really scouting, but you know, Jacoby hasn't really been doing much scouting himself. He's really just kind of playing solo over here. Man, to be honest, I feel like Jacoby's probably going to win this game. Just because he's going to be building up such an insane army. Like, he hasn't been touched. His army value is just going up and up and up. Besides when James, you know, snuck those Falcons over there and knocked out a little bit of eco. James just trying to find an angle. And it makes sense for James to stay in the game too. Like, you might as well be a thorn in your opponent's side at this point at the very least. He's starving now. And yeah, he's gonna try, but Jacoby's just got much, much better army at this point. He's gonna have to tap. Or is he? Let's see. What's the big plan? Sell everything? Okay. Too bad he doesn't have like moles or something. Step 1, sell everything. Step 2, suicide into the defense. Step 3, forfeit. Okay, so Jacoby versus Mishi here. So, like, Jacoby's just got to take his army up here, right? And hit the sweet underbelly of his opponent's base. And he should be fine. Clip it. Clip it and ship it. Somebody should clip it. Alright, we got a wolf. Getting a couple badgers. So what we need is a wolf and like 6 badgers, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, how much has Jacoby scouted? He's got a... Oof, oof, oof. Alright, they're buffed up. Rip. Good lord. I thought it'd be closer than that. That badger! Getting so much... Oh, save that badger. That badger's got to get a medal. Oh my god. That was amazing. That badger just completely revved up, YOLOing through that base with the wolf buff. That was insane. I thought it would be a little more dramatic than that. Badgerminator. Pretty much. That was the Arnold Schwarzenegger of badgers. For sure. Alright, so free-for-all, match number 2 here. It's a little bit of silly games if you're just joining us compared to the 1v1 mode. Mishi's gonna go for that same deck, man. But that was that classic... That was a case of that classic thing I talk about from time to time in free-for-all, which is, you know, sit back and let your opponents murder each other while you just get swole. And that's what Jacoby did. He got up to multiple tier 3, he got up to a crazy economy, and he just swarmed in there. Look at this. Look at these decks. I'm surprised nobody is going for the Ferret after seeing so much defense from Mishi, but... Come on, Mishi. Real menus, Toad only, tier 1. Just dig up some old premium bow replays on the feast. God, I remember one of my favorite replays I ever casted was the game where I forget who it was. It was a multiplayer match, and they just built all these toads and just slammed in their opponent's gristmills. It was hilarious. All right, in the bottom, we've got James. Up top, up a match, we've got Jacoby. And to the rights, Mishi, Dr. Mishi, to you. All right, tier 3 from Jacoby. He decided, you know, last game wasn't greedy enough. He needs to get that tier 3 in there. And James, all right, I'm kind of on Team James this time. I'm not gonna lie. Like Wolf Fox, come on, come on. Doesn't get much better than Wolf Fox. This map. Let's take a look at this map. This map's not so good for Jacoby. Yeah, James has got to be happy about this one, but as yeah, the gentleman points out in the chat, a little bit of karmic map gen here. This is looking the best for James. You know, he's got this pocket base that no one's gonna be able to contest. Well, actually, there is this nice little shoot. Oh my god, and Mishi has lizards too. And Mishi's aware of it because he's scouting it right now. And Mishi's aware... Oh no, he's not aware of the second base. I'd love to see Mishi use this little shoot down here and come in the back door with some lizards. That would be cool. Yeah, this is smart from Jacoby. I was gonna say, you know, these additional bases here are kind of easier for James, but it's really going to depend on who gets this high ground. If Jacoby actually gets away with establishing this up here, you know, James basically gets contained. So I think this is a really smart move from James, or from Jacoby, I'm sorry. Like, he's got to try, right? Because otherwise he just doesn't have an expansion. Like, this base is so close to Mishi. Mishi's artillery and turrets and nonsense would take it out. Unfortunate for Jacoby, though, he doesn't have any of those juicy defensive units. something like a balloon to throw down here on the high ground. So he's going to have to not be greedy. And as I say that, he throws down a tier 2, which is kind of greedy. Like, if I'm Jacoby here, I think I just want a swarm of tier 1 units to really, really defend this base. Gotta keep that base up. Gotta establish that position. This is gonna be a weird one. And this snake harassment from James could work out. He's got to be a little careful, though. He's kind of keeping his eye on the back door there. Throws down the fox. Ooh, the fox would be great here. And again, Mishi with a bit of defense. He can't really bully. He doesn't have the spawn to like really bully with defense that like he did last game. So just a couple turrets to say, you don't really want to attack in here. There's better places for you to attack. And on the back of that, Mishi grabbing a second base, basically full saturation. I'm sure he'll throw down that additional farm here shortly. And I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, if you're going to invest in that defense, you might as well get ahead a little bit on that eco. And Mishifus getting that third base, moving on up in the world, hopping his turrets up. And there's that artillery. So now, you know, this is a big signal that just don't attack me. Attack someone else. But the fox is bought and paid for. It's going to be out very shortly. And Jacoby doesn't really have anything that's great against the fox at the moment. That wolf and the owl are both awesome against the fox, but gonna take a little bit of time and resources until those are ready. I'd love to see James use the shoot with the fox, man. Just get back here. Blap, 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 blap. That's like 16 blaps on those pigs. Nice scout there by Mishi. Knows the fox is up, which is actually a really good scout, because if I'm Mishi, all you gotta do is like throw one turret right there. You know? And that just totally stops his fox. Yeah, here goes James. Oh, and Mishi, look at the minimap. Mishi's way out of position. Not gonna be able to do anything about this. And just gonna go to Blap Town. James not gonna spend too much time here, though. Not going for additional... Yeah, a couple turrets there. I think one turret's all you need, because then if you put it right there, then the fox just can't get over there. Oh, even better. Even better, yeah. Why stop the fox when you can kill the fox? And now the harassment begins on Jacoby's base, but that wolf is almost here, and the wolf is going to speed things up. Get him on par with the fox. Oh, but the wolf is here for James as well. Now we got a wolf buff fox. We got the crack fox here. Look at its eyes. That dude is freaking out. Nice little engagement over here to the north. Meanwhile, fox trying to get some work done in the south. Jacoby being pulled apart. Being attacked in the bottom, being attacked at top. And this snake composition doing pretty nicely. Jacoby's just going to tap out. However, he did win the first match. So we're going to have a 1v1 after this. And let's see who ends up winning with Mishi and James. I think these compositions are a little bit better for Mishi here. Like, this late game kind of comp from James really can't do much against the defense. Yeah, the snake scan, I guess. This is just so much defense. This is an absurd amount of defense. Like, how do you dismantle this with a fox-based deck? That fox just gets eliminated immediately. And Mishi's army comp, super good against this. There's just not a lot James can do, unfortunately. Maybe if he just had so many squirrels and falcons, but it would still be rough. Not to mention Mishi's just had a hell of an economy this entire time. Let's see it, though. I mean, James is a great player. He won 2 seasons in a row. It's pretty good. You know, technically James doesn't have to kill... I was going to say, he's got to just deny Mishi from getting more bases. He doesn't necessarily have to kill him. But then we're going to end up in a 30 minutes later kind of game. Yeah, I definitely agree with the chat here. I really don't see a way for James to come back into this, but I understand why he's hanging out. It is a very important match. And whoever loses here is just out. Whoever wins gets to fight for a 1v1 spot. Or gets to fight in the 1v1, rather. So many lizards! Mishi just taking the attack outside of all his defense. And he really actually cuts back on the defense. Like, he doesn't have an absurd amount. James is just gonna take a quick scout of the base. And we've got Mishi versus Jacoby to see who gets that extra juicy bonus territory here. Alright, if you're just joining us, we are in the middle of the 21 Generals tournament. Good to have you. I am not the... Whoever is the leader of this lobby needs to change it to a 1v1. No. I guess I'll message Jacoby. And I'll message Mishi. There we go. Alright. So this is it. This is for all the marbles. I think I'll have time to get to one replay set after this. Yeah, this should be fine. Alright, in the right side, representing the penal squad, we've got Mr. Dr. Mishi, excuse me. In the bottom left, his opponent representing the Legion, we've got Jacoby. Alright, Mishi, show me how to use this deck. I love this deck. Ferret, Fox, Turret, Artie. Let's go, boys. See, it kind of feels map dependent to me, but maybe if you just don't have the map to like creep up, you just beat them down with Squizzard or Ferrets. Like, I guess people are saying Squizzard is more viable now than it was. So let's see how these folks want to start out. Probably 8 farm doubles, if I had to guess. Mishi does have a nice little double high ground here to try to one-base Fox, and the turrets really help pull that off. One-base Fox is a September 2017 strategy straight up. But it is fun and it works. Well, I don't know if it works anymore. Mishi going straight for economy. This is pretty greedy. Pretty greedy. Grismo before Warren's here. Pretty short map, too. So Jacoby's 8 farm double is going to be the response. I think, though, Mishi's going to be fine. Like, Jacoby's units should be out in time to defend. However, ooh, the turret going down. Man, turrets build so fast too. Wow. Already up. Yeah, Jacoby's just gonna try to break this. But I'm curious if he changes his mind after seeing that turret. Now, the moles do crit those turrets. But keep in mind, Mishi's also put 120 food into not army here, in between that gristmill and that additional farm. So Jacoby's going to have a bit of an army advantage going into this, but yeah, if Mishi just keeps doubling down with these turrets, like, I don't know if you want to attack into 2 turrets like this. He's going to have to take the opportunity to go in before that second turret's actually up. But Mishi will hold. And this is very good for Mishi because he's got the better economy now. Alright, Jacoby gonna try to run around. This gives me hopes. This gives me hopes as a player who enjoys turrets. That's a lot of squirrels here. A little bit better of an engagement this time around. Wonderful concave here from Jacoby. Ooh, he's thinking about pulling back. But does he need to? Wants to get a couple more moles out here. A tank on the front lines. Deal that extra bonus damage to the structures. Really, really defensive turret trying to go down here for Mishi. Jacoby gonna right click on it or right trigger it, as a controller player would say. And yeah, this constant aggression from Jacoby finally breaking the back of Mishi. Since Mishi lost both those farms, that puts him in a really bad spot here. Like, he didn't necessarily have to win the fights, you know, by big margins or even by positive margins as long as he kept those farms up. But since those farms went down, Mishi's not in a good spot anymore. He's going to have to hope to take a really good engagement here with Defender's advantage with this Gristmill tanking. He's going to have to try when he's still got this extra free HP on the Gristmill. But it looks like Jacoby's going to have enough to push through. Mishi knows it and is going to tap. And there you have it, folks. The Legion is going to score that juicy extra territory. All right. Well played. That was a really action-packed game. So, let's go back to this. So we just saw the leader free-for-all here. Jacoby ended up winning that. He gets that extra neutral tile. And we can see that represented on the Pocket World here. Very cool. Very cool, guys. Alright. Let me take a very quick, like, 45-second break. And then I have time to hop into at least one of these. Maybe I could get both of them knocked out. Bofa. Yeah, give me like a minute, guys. And I'll be back in just a sec. All right. All right. Did I go over 45 seconds? Alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. Matthew McConaughey. Anyways. Match 3, guys. Let's go into this. Let me take a look at my updated sheets. Updated sheet. Fancy. Oh, with the winners. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so this first match here. Oh yeah, I need a tournament. I need a scoreboard. Let me get my scoreboard going. Sorry, I'm a little bit frazzled. Blammo. All right. Let me see. 21 Generals, episode 1. Who do we got here? We got James and Arlo. Cool. Cool. Look at that. Look how fancy and professional we are here at TnTTV. Match 3 predictions. I need to get my betting thing up and going again. If people enjoy doing that, me be able to throw down wolf coins again. Kind of died out on the wolf coin thing. All right. James versus Arlo. James, of course, the leader of the Royal Knights, and Arlo is a mercenary playing for the Legion. So let's hop into it. I really hope these players play... Okay, I was going to say play the appropriate leaders, or the commanders, rather. In the bottom, the leader of the Royal Knights, we've got James. And his opponent up top, a mercenary hired by the Legion, we've got Arlo. Okay, we see that Squizzard. Squizzard versus Squirrel Toad. Classic matchup here. Coming back in style, perhaps. A little bit early to tell. A little bit early to tell exactly what the meta is, but these players who have been grinding and blasting one another have started to work it out. Chameleon's still in the mix, at least for this game. Kind of interesting to see. I believe they got a little bit of an HP nerf. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. P-boop. I'm super behind on that. I might need to do like some testing with you when we get a minute outside of streaming. Try to fix my bots and whatnot. Alright, Arlo going for an 8-farm mill right in front of James's face. But this is the map to do it, to be honest. Like this is one of the most awkward maps I've seen in Tooth and Tail in a long time. Like, look at this roundabout path you gotta take to get to your opponent's base. All this middle... Oh, could you imagine if one of these guys had arty? Thanks, Mishi. Now I've just got artillery on the brain. Like, you take this base, or you take this cabin, and then you put, like, an artillery, like, right here. Or right there or something. Oh, that'd be so sick. Pretty quick tier 2 from both players. Pretty quick second bases from both players. Nothing crazy just yet. I'd call both these openings greedy, but again, this is kind of the map for greed. It's pretty big. It's got some pretty awkward attack paths. I guess the saving grace of this is the road, which is going to increase your movement speed. So that does help out. And looks like James is trying to set up for a little bit of shenaniganery with these chameleons, but no fruit has come out of that just quite yet. Oh my god, I just remembered I had chocolate pudding in the fridge. Ugh. I haven't been able to eat anything, man. I haven't been able to have coffee. That's the worst. Chocolate pudding confirmed. I haven't been able to have my LaCroix, man. My carbonated water. What am I gonna do without my carbonated water? That tastes like... It tastes like if Lime was a TV channel, but it's like one of those TVs from the 80s where it's all staticky. You know what I'm saying? You like barely make out the picture. That's what it tastes like. But I drink it anyways. You know, it's interesting, Output. I looked up, because I was, you know, shenaniganery is actually a word. I found that out. And I try to use it at least once a cast. More chameleons here. Airlu going pretty big on this tier 2 tech. But yeah, just a pretty standard macro game at the moment. We see that tier 3 from James. Looks like James is probably just going to keep powering up until he gets that tier 3 unit out. And he's going to go ahead and move out with one big push. This is a kind of important scout here from Airlu. Because if he sees the tier 3 Warren, then he's going to know he's got like 1 to 2 minutes. He's got about, I would actually say like 2 to 3 minutes before the push is at his front door. But he didn't quite see it. So he's still a little bit in the dark. Like, he knows, he saw the third base. Yeah, which actually might be telling him some wrong information. Ooh, that is a little bit scary. Because Airlu is putting farms on his third, right? So Airlu's probably thinking, you know, James wants to go into an even later game here. Where that was just a distraction third. You know, James is not actually farming up there. What he's really going for is this boar. He's going to get that big bacon, baby. He's going to push out with it. Ooh, this is an important scout, but going the wrong way. Very good scout, though. Tip of the hat to Airlu for sure. You know, that was a solid attempt. But this is just a very good position to hide a tier 3 Warren. And, you know, Airlu's building a bunch of Falcons anyways. Ooh, Airlu. Thought he might get in from that angle this time. But the thing is, like, Airlu's got so many Falcons anyways, is the point I was making, which is kind of naturally good against the board. Here it comes, and he's even going to push in through kind of the path you wouldn't expect. And I even like these little extra turrets there to try to counteract any kind of, you know, counterattack. But this boar, looking to torch all these squirrels. Now we got the big engagement here. Airlu can't quite get the target fire down on the boar. And it's just going to slam through and delete all of his army. These Falcons in the air from James did a great job assisting as well. Damn, man. James just slaughters through. Look at that army graph. Like, on paper, I think Airlu's army was supposed to do a little better there, but Airlu just couldn't quite get the right target onto that boar, it seemed like. Yeah, and exactly. The gentleman in chat say the boar tanked well too, which is very true. Like, Airlu needed to kill that boar, but since he couldn't, then what ended up happening? Oh, whoops! What ended up happening was that boar just ended up tanking for the army, very, very effectively. You know, absorbed all this damage and then stayed alive and dealt a whole bunch of damage, anyways. Next match, let's go. Alright, spawning on the rights, we've got Airlu. His opponent to left, James. Same decks from both sides, except for James swapped out turret for balloon, if I'm not mistaken. Now this is more of a regular map here. This is kind of what we would expect to see from Tooth and Tail. It's actually a little bit flat and boring compared to some maps, I guess I would say. It's kind of a little vanilla here. And if you're Airlu, you're going to be happy with these gristmill spawns. But if I'm James, I'm probably going to want to do some kind of 2-base play. Essentially what we saw last game was 2-base play. I mean, yeah, they kind of sort of got into 3 bases, but James didn't really need that third. He could have basically done the same thing on 2. And, you know, there is the opportunity for this to go long because James can easily... Actually, you know, it's not as straightforward as it looks at first glance, right? Because if you look at this immediately, you're just like, oh, this looks better for Airlu, but, you know, think about it. James got this north base, right? Because look at the ramps. Like, that's going to be so hard for Airlu to attack into. This is actually a crazy good base for James. I mean, Airlu's commander's got to walk all the way around to get up to that. And additionally, this bottom base is not out of the question for James either. And Airlu going to move forward with a little bit of lizard harassment. But James got the toads. A pullback, no harm, no foul. But James is slightly ahead due to build order. You know, he got out that quick second base. I actually really like James' opening here. It's very safe. If you're a new player, kind of trying to get into this game or a little bit rusty, I would definitely go back on this replay a little bit and watch James' opening. Imagine he did something... I wasn't watching it very, very close, but I imagine he's either 8-farm double into a gristmill or... Ooh... You know, that went better for the lizards than I thought. Does he get the pig? That's huge. Yeah, that wasn't bad for Airlu. Yeah, like the 8-farm double into a gristmill or 8-farm single into a gristmill with like 1 or 2 farms. I personally prefer 2 farms, but I see a lot of good players just put 1. Yeah, those toad connections weren't that great because they only hit like the first lizard or whatever going into this little choke in between the bushes and the trees there. Toads lost a... Toads got additional single target damage and then lost 1 point of AoE damage, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to review the notes. Gonna catch this Warren out in the middle of no man's land. Easy pickup there from James. And we might be going into a little bit of a mid-game here. And, you know, with James picking up that Warren for free, with James getting a little bit ahead on farms here, this is kind of looking a bit better for him. All right. Ooh, here's that juicy tier 3 Warren. Oops. Yeah, this is definitely still either man's game. But I don't feel like Airlu's got a good answer to this board here. You know, doesn't have his own tier 3 that could be good against the board, like a Badger, maybe even a Fox. You know, the Falcons on paper are decent, but we saw in that last engagement, you know, James's own Falcons really tore Airlu's Falcons apart before he was able to really focus down that boar. Here he comes, Big Daddy Boar. Bought and paid for. And I don't think Airlu scouted it. You know, knowledge is half the battle. Knowledge is so important in Tooth and Tail. Scouting is free, it just takes time and energy. But it's hard to do. It's easier said than done. Here comes a scout from Airlu now. Look at that water slowing him down. Is he gonna get up there? He does, he sees it. But how is he gonna react? He doesn't even have like any time anyways, because the boar's popping out. And these chameleons been sneaking around, but I don't think they've actually gotten any Splinter Cell action done. Here's the first instance of that. Knocking out a tier 2 for free. And go back in them shadows and get away. Like, he's got a lot of Falcons on the way. Damn, this is just such a good army comp here from James. And he's even taking a third base here. But if I'm James, you know, I'm pushing. Why wait? Yeah, let's go. And try and get this boar a nice little bit of a lead here. Flame on. Oop, just a bit. I don't know if I like that angle. Is that water there? The side's against it. Like, what do you do if you're Heirloom? Do you... Like, it's hard to even harass with lizards here, because there's just such a small area that James has to defend. I guess you just try to build up more and more Falcons. I mean, he's got 8. 8's a pretty good number. James has 18 squirrels on the ground to help deal with that, but this boar might actually be getting caught here. Gotta be pushed back for the time being. Oh, and he does get it! A very good fight here from Heirloom. Oh man, Heirloom, that's exactly what I needed. See, that's what I thought was gonna happen the first game. But it really just comes down to engagement and micro. I think James is a little bit cocky there with his boar. And he got punished for it real hard. Heirloom pulled the trigger at the right time. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, I think I agree with the chat. I think James should have moved out like right when he had the boar. All right, match number 3 of game number 3. Spawning over to the right, the mercenary representing the Legion, we've got Heirloom. And to the left, the leader of the Royal Knights, King James. Both players, again, sticking with the same decks. Let's see how this works out this time. You know, is Heirloom gonna try to get in under that boar push? Because James has kind of done the same strategy both games, right? Like, you know, kind of play a little bit of a greedy opening. You know, with a lot of tier 1 to kind of save his tail. A little bit of chameleon harassment as he builds up to the boar. That's the strat. Heirloom again going to try to be a little bit cheeky here with a forward lizard warren, but it's just not going to work out on this map. You really need an open base. Yeah, Heirloom realizes it. Going to come back and build those lizards closer to home. I think this is gonna be it. I don't think I'm gonna go into the next game, guys. My gums are starting to hurt. I am having fun, but I just got my wisdom teeth out the other day, and I probably shouldn't be talking this much. Both players getting into chameleons. And James going for that gristmill here. So a little bit of an expo opening for both players, getting into a little bit of tier 2. I see Pocketwatch is still streaming. Andy's still working on like the World Simulator, isn't he? Yeah, that's cool, man. I've been that's on my list of things to study. is a little bit more about the climate. I've been doing a lot of study on solar power lately. It's kind of what I want to get into. Alright, 2-base eco from both sides. Getting into those chameleons. Again, pretty standard mid-game. no breaks. I shall cast until I'm bleeding. And James moving out here. Ooh, nice positioning. Really nice play there by James. Kind of pushing Araloo back, getting in there and taking out a farm. But Araloo's going to take advantage of this retreat, knocking out some units on the backside. Ooh, and he's going to push the issue. One chameleon going down immediately. Araloo. Both chameleons down. And Araloo's going to save his chameleon. Moving forward. Getting a pig. Getting another pig. Araloo. Looking good. This might be too much damage. Let's see if James can make a comeback off this, but so much damage. 4 pigs going down. Winning the fights, winning the trades. Jeez Louise. I thought James was being clever there. He kind of pushed Araloo's army back, which gave him a pocket opening to attack the second base here of his enemy, but he just couldn't commit. I think the issue with that play was like, it was a little bit of a feign, right? It was a bit of a bluff because James couldn't really actually take the main fight, and he realizes that and tries to run away. Maybe he should have just stood his ground and fought regardless. I wonder if he would have done better at trading. And his commander goes down. These chameleons. Oh, actually, I think Araloo's too far out of position. Okay, yeah, the chameleons are gonna make it back. Araloo moving in for the killing blow, but James does have toads. Nice drawback with those lizards. Those toads really not getting a lot of work done. Chameleons coming in from the back door, but 4 chameleons here from Araloo. 4 chameleons, just so much. Yeah, chameleons still good. And Araloo is going to take that match. And yeah, guys, I think I am going to call it. I don't want to push myself too much. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Maybe we'll get an updated Pocket World real quick. Yeah. No, Araloo should have got 6 points for winning that game. I don't think he gave Araloo enough points there, gent. Or unless I'm crazy. Cause shouldn't the Legion be at? Oh no, they got a. I'm thinking the other way around. They got a territory, right? Yeah. 2 tiles. Yeah, okay. Well, he won 6 points, wasn't it? They had 1 left. Yep. No. Yeah, 2 tiles. Yep. Oh, geez. It took me way too long to figure that out. Yep. I see what you're doing now. So, it's still just week 1, and blue is hurting a little bit. Let's take a look at the weekly matchups spreadsheet here. We can see that's been updated a little bit. But alright, guys, that is gonna be it for me. Thank you for tuning in. Again, send your replays of your regular games to ToothAndTailTV at gmail.com. Let me go ahead and move some replays over so I don't forget to do it later. So tomorrow night I'll be back and we'll try to get to some more games.